used to draw these two little stick figures in a circle on the board when I was doing sales transformation work with clients, chief sales officers of Global 1000. I'd go up to the board and write, here's two stick figures, and they're going like, who is this guy? And then I draw, if I could, a green circle around them. I go like, this is money right here. Two people interacting is that authentic exchange that happens between two people, between a seller and a customer, between two collaborators, between two people having this great idea that changed the world. So that is the unit of value. And you could have one person, you could be there in front of 10,000 people in front of a stage. So this just represents that interaction that happens. So this is the beginning of the Su-Su-Fu framework. So when we get in here, we want to exchange value in there. And value could be tangible, like money, but value could also be intangible, like confidence, energy, trust. Those things also get transferred in there. So what's the Su-Su-Fu framework? First of all, to do this well, you have to set it up. How do you set up that interaction so it goes really well? Secondly, how do you show up when you're in the interaction? How do you show up with energy, with caring, with love for the people that you're around? How do you show up most authentically? We're going to get into this. We're going to go deep on this today. And then finally, how do you follow up? After the interaction's over, how do you follow up with people? Su-Su-Fu. The Su-Su-Fu framework of intentional interactions. And when you do these three things really well, you exchange the optimum value in that model. Okay, so as I said, I was a chemical engineer and I studied communication because frankly, as an engineer, I wanted to find out why people screwed up perfectly good decisions. So what I did was I started taking persuasion class and nonverbal communication class, rhetoric, oral interpretation, interactional pragmatics. All of these things were ways for me to understand what happens in this circle. And I was fascinated by that. And then after getting my master's degree and PhD work in organization behavior, I was a consultant for nearly 30 years. And in those 30 years, I kind of think of that as post-PhD work in that it was like this case study of how people screwed up perfectly good decisions. And my job was to help people create a sequence of decisions that were valuable, that helped them achieve their objectives, which is why I'm here with you to do exactly that, is to create and make those decisions, take those actions that drive you to your significant impact. That's how we're going to change the world for good. So that's how I study communication. And so I want to bring some of those things over those 30 years, 40 years of education and communication and those practices that I learned in consulting and bring those to you today.